Well, good afternoon, everybody. I think this is a first, is it, for me being at Hobby Maker doing a live tile? I can't remember. We've done so many, haven't we? It's tile number 278 today. But, of course, before we make a start with this, and we know that there's quite a lot of things going on with the Kent and the Create It Live next weekend, I did just mention something on air. And just to reiterate, we, Sanntangle, have spoken to the venue, and we've managed to get a smaller room that we can hire out, and we've done that. We're about to pay the invoice. So please, if you're still wanting to come, please come along. We're not sure how things are going to work, what's going to happen, but definitely we're going to have a lot of tables and chairs there, so we can get the screen out and we can actually sit and do some tangling. So there'll be a couple of workshops going on. There's going to be the tangle wall still, and of course anything else we're not 100% sure yet, but we are definitely going to be there. So hope that's eased your pain a little bit, because of course booking hotels as we have, and booking vans and places and trains and everything, it's quite a stressful situation. So hopefully we've alleviated that a little bit, but again, as I say, as soon as we know more, we'll have a look at what we're doing this weekend, and we'll get some stuff out to you so you know what's going to go on there. So of course, if anybody knows of any of the other stall holders that were going to be there, if you want to pass my name on and they want to get in touch, we can have a chat as well. So we'll see what we can do in such short a time. But for now, let's all just chill out and let's have a go at today's tile, shall we? So here we go. I've got a pink tile, and I've used a little bit of ink. Oh, look at this. This is coming in the next show. It's a little background stencil there. So we'll give that a go. I'm going to come in straight in with pen just to start with. And I think what I want to do is put myself a border around. Oh, Rose, no, lives don't stop for anybody. Lives keep going, even if we've got to do it later. And honestly, once I finish here at 6, the traffic can be quite bad, so I'd never get home in time to do it this evening. So I wanted to do it today, and there we go. And of course, I remember back in January when things went a little pear-shaped in areas, and I know all you tanglers supported us and kept us going. So by being allowed, by sorting something out for next weekend, hopefully it's a little bit of payback there. So okay, I'm going to just switch to pencil. I just want to split it in 4. I do apologise for the noise behind me. We've got quite a lively studio next to me, and I can't really move anywhere because I need to have my phone plugged in, or we might not have enough power to do the live. So here we go. There we go. So you see I've got 4 shapes. Ignore this little bit, it's just a bit of design. But 4 little shapes. So back to pen, okay? And I'm going to start in the middle. And I want to put in a little ball or bubble. There we go. And I'm going to do the same in each of those squares. There we are. And same here. And same here. There we go. Okay, so that's our starting with. Quick cup of tea that, yes, I have made myself. Tell you, it's all no airs and graces here. Okay, starting in one of the shapes, I'm going to come in and I'm going to go around my bubble, and I'm going to bring it to the point, and then same again, around the bubble to the point. We've done this one before, so we know what we're doing with this shape. And the same again. There we go. Okay, so then from there I'm going to look at this little shape here. I just want to sort of have a little shape there. You see how I've made it quite wide, or as wide as I can possibly get it. The same again. Now I'm not coming from here. I think it's better to do this one. It's along there. You see it sort of comes back in on itself. It's a little bit ski-whiff, but I like that bit. And then back in here. And then back in this one. Round we go. There we are. So, there we go. Oh, Jules, I know. How could I not come down and see Caitlin? We've been planning this for ages. I know. We'll still see her. And again. Okay, I've got that lovely little shape going on. So, okay, I want to do the same thing again. And bring in that little space going on. So keep it a little bit fatter if you can. A little bit windmilly, aren't they? Oh, I don't know. Oh, there's a little bit of a crease today, but that's the same there. And same again. Oh, hello Brenda, how are you? It's really nice, all these names that come up. And of course that was part of it, wasn't it, for the Kent, is for people to meet each other. People that know each other on Facebook but have not met each other, so we can't not have that. Here we go. Same again. Around. My dog sitter would be mortified if we cancelled her. She'd be like, no, bring them anyway. She's in for a shock. She last saw Benji just before he was about to have his last injections when he was a puppy. So, yeah. Oh, Brenda, that's nice. I suppose you'll be watching Crafters next week. Yeah. Debbie and I have discovered that we're actually both on at the same time. So, yeah, I'm going to be seeing her up there too. There we go. And around. There we go. There we are. You see? So we've got those little shapes. How lovely is that? All just sort of different designs. Very quilty, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to come in a little bit closer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the sort of the petal shapes. I'm going to start at the bottom again, and I want to create another loop, but I'm not going to go as far up. So it's almost an aura, but then it comes back, a bit like a little bunny ear. And then I'm going to do that another time. Okay, so I've got 2 of those. And then if you can fit it in here, I want to add a little bubble in there, just a little dot in the middle. And then I'm going to work that into all of them. So here we go. One there, look. One there. And a little bubble with a little dot. If you can do a swirl, you've got lots of space in there. You could do that. But I don't really have that much room. So see, there's 1. There's 2. And then just put that little bubble in there. And again. Oh, Carol, that's it. It's we couldn't just leave it. As soon as John and I knew, we said we have to do something. So we'll sort it. Panic over for now. Leave it to us. Okay, I'm going to do that in each of those little shapes now. And the same. There we are, again, little dot in there. And same again. So don't rush this, you can come back and do this later. I'm on a very finite time. So I've got to go a little bit quicker. Because although I've set up, they've moved desks. So, oh, that's gone. Sue, yes, I did. We've got the hotel booked. So we've got Benji and Seth, I say, after that Auntie Carol who looks after them for me. We've got the van booked. We've got, you know, products that we've begun to make. All sorts of things. So, and of course Leslie's coming with us as well. So, yeah, Tommy's not coming. He's going to hold the fort back at HQ kind of thing. But, yeah. Alright, see, just sort of coming in with that little shape there. And same again. I mean, what's more as well, Sue, we've got a table booked with my little Caitlin. If anybody doesn't know, Jules' lovely daughter Caitlin is one of my little younger tanglers. I've known her for a long time. I actually first met her at Kent, and we were really looking forward to seeing each other again. So there you go. Okay, let's have a look at this so far. Okay, so we've got this sort of little shape going on. Sue, honestly, I haven't got any times or anything sorted yet, because honestly, we've only just in the last hour, 2 hours, managed to speak to the showground. So John and I need to have a talk about that and look at how we're going to plan it over the weekend. So, well, Friday and Saturday. So as soon as we know anything, we'll let you know. But we just didn't want you to all cancel your hotels or despair. And there we go. See, cutting little bubbles. They can't quite go in the corner because they won't fit. Hence I'm coming in and I'm filling in a little bit of black ink there. There you go. And then in the next one, so you could do one of these at a time. You could have done a little tiny tile if you wanted to, or you can go larger with this and just do one of these on the whole tile. But I kind of wanted to see how they fit together in some way. Okay, and the next one. There we go. You see, just putting the bubbles in. Okay, and filling them down. You see? Okay, like that. So what I want to do here, I'm going to sort of make these into, sort of like little Swiss rolls. There you go. Oh, I think they're rerunning shows from Sewing Street next door. Can hear John Scott, but I know he's not here in the building now, so yeah. There we go. Same with this one. See, these are a little smaller, but that's fine. And working it around. You see, just sort of flowing it in. And into the next one. And again. And the next one. Oh, I see you talking about my my books. Yeah, I did do a colouring book full of shoes and ships and birds. I've drawn all sorts of things, but there's always been that sort of tangling element to it, which is sort of evolved as we've gone round, really. Here we go. So that's sort of our little pointer started there. So looking at this middle bit now, let's have a look now. I'm going to come in with sort of a little curve. I'm going to create two little shapes in the middle there. One's a little bit longer than the other. That doesn't matter. I think actually though, I'm going to do the same there. So you have that longer one in the middle or the centre, and so that's going to be a little bit shorter than that one. Doesn't have to be. It's just sort of how that's fell on this particular tile. There we are. Just created something a little bit different there. Look at that. Okay. So, just having a look at this, I'm going to come from the point, from the centre, and I'm going to create just one of those little lines. Same this way, just doing that in the middle for now. You see, just coming in. It's not as close to the edge there. And the same there. Okay. like that. Now this one I'm going to leave blank, so I'm not going to put any tangles in there. I think sometimes it's nice to have that. And then looking at these areas, I'm going to create a little aura. Now it doesn't matter really exactly what shape you get. And don't try and make them symmetrical because they're just not going to be. But it's nice to sort of fill them in, isn't it? And again, it's you could have done this in different colours. It'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Start with maybe, I don't know, blue in the middle and then go into the greens and the yellows. It could be quite nice. Oh, it's this one here. And fill in those little areas. You see, just take your time with it. And fill in those spaces. You see, each section is getting smaller and smaller. Well, they're getting excited next door, aren't they? Yeah. And again, I'm going to bring some bubbles in here. And don't worry about the different sizes. I'm going to fill in any little bits with ink there. Okay. And then let's turn those, the larger ones anyway, into Swiss rolls. I'm not going to do the little ones. Same here. And again, just sort of fill in any gaps with a bit of ink. There you go. And the larger ones, Swiss rolls. Do you know I miss Swiss roll? You must be able to get a gluten-free Swiss roll somewhere, do you think? That'd be quite nice. So there's not much ingredients, is there? Get gluten-free flour. I might have to make one. Maybe when I get an hour. And be quite nice. See? Little swirls. Maureen, I did wonder if you were getting a bit crazy typing a lot of threes. Thought it was some subliminal message. But no, I'll forgive you if it was the cat. Hey, come on, it is Friday. We've all had a little bit of a scare, haven't we, this last few hours, so all's calm. Everything's okay. There we go. Oh, Chris, that sounds nice. I actually did, when I was teaching in school, I used to do food lessons for year 7 to 9. So I do have somewhere a Swiss roll recipe. I could switch out the flour for gluten-free flour, couldn't I? That'd do the trick. And it's my kind of baking because they don't take long. Is it about 10 minutes, 8-10 minutes in the oven? Is Dobby allowed to bake? Could you imagine the chaos? I'd have flour up my kitchen walls. And goodness me, he'd get stuck in the oven. Maybe I'd let him watch from a distance, and if he was a good Dobby, he could have the licks out the bowl. Yeah. But I think Seth would have something to say about that. Okay, see, sort of filling in. There we are. See, I've got us all thinking of cakes now, haven't I? As I say, it is Friday afternoon. There we go. Oh, Chris, that sounds very exotic. Is that something you can get from Tesco? That's me, I think I need a lesson. There you are. Okay. Really nice little sort of design, isn't it? So just to sort of finish in a sense, I'm going to add another one of these shapes here. And then here. Now, you see that I've done it sort of as I'm going around, so let's do the same here. And here. Oh, that sounds nice, Rose. I haven't had a dessert in ages. At least, you know, dessert's nice with custard or cream, and I can't have either. It's a bit sad, really. Okay, I'm going to get 2 in there if I can. On to the next one. There we go. And the next one. They're just sort of filling them in. It's almost like, I don't know if you've ever done, or what's it, quilling? And you roll a spiral up and stick it down, or you roll a spiral, squeeze the top and bottom, and then you can create these lovely little shapes. Really nice design. I mean, you could continue that and do lots more, but I'm just going to bring in my pencil. More quick sip of tea there as well. Let's add a little bit of shading. Chris, it is dairy. I can eat a little bit of dairy, as long as I don't overdo it. But not much. But the gluten is really bad. I am borderline celiac, and I have an issue with corn flour. Okay, you see, I'm just sort of doing the bottom edges here. You see, I've gone the bottom there, bottom there. Same here with the bottom, and then the bottom. And then on these ones again, I'm going to ignore my Swiss roll in the middle there. And I'm still going to do the bottoms, you see? And same with this one. Oh, Chris, so yeah, you're in a worse situation than me. It's amazing, isn't it, when suddenly there's things you can't eat anymore. You've got to really think about it. There's things that you miss, and yeah. But that's all good. I'd rather be fit and well than, you know, have a bacon butty.
Hiya.
Hey, Helen. Just say hello to everybody. We're doing a live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is Alan. Hang on a second. He's here.
Hello.
Oh, hang on.
I'm on this side.
Hang on, look, we'll just do this. Can I turn it round?
Yeah, I reckon. Oh, that one on the...
No. No. Oh, and we don't know what we're doing. Oh, there we go. That's the one. Yeah. Here's Alan.
Hey.
Alan does all the videos and things, so absolutely, yeah, he's top man. And he came to our place as well, didn't he?
I loved it. It was great.
So
it was quite a really good day.
Yeah, yeah, and he didn't even know he was coming past. Look, he's trying to make a cup of tea, and I've collared him.
I know.
Anyway, we'll get back to it, and we'll let him make his cup.
Lovely to meet you all.
Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you.
Oh, well, we were just shading. Well, here we go. Oh, Chris says hi.
Oh, hi, Chris.
All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit of pencil in between these as well. See, just in that edge. It's almost there. That's where the dust gathers, isn't it? In the bits of the skirting board that you never quite get to. That's where we're going to put these little bits of pencil there. Okay. Enjoy your cuppa, Alan.
Oh, I will.
He deserves
it. The rest of the day.
Oh, Rose, it is. It's very friendly here, and everybody walks around freely. You know, you don't have to think, oh, who was that? And you're like, oh, that was the MD who's just walked past, and he stopped and said hello and asked how you were. It's lovely. Yeah, I even I have, you know, some sweets for the journey. I even shared them with the guy in the car park today as well. Because, you know, he's got quite a job, sat out there all day and making sure everybody's parking properly. So yeah, gave him some sweets for a bit of a sugar rush should he need it. Yeah, it can be a little bit hairy parking here, I must admit. There's sometimes it's, yeah, a bit of a manipulation, but there we are. Okay, so I'm not trying to overdo it with the pencil here. I'm just giving the bottom edges a little bit of a touch, and I've not touched the edge yet. I'm going round and doing these little bits first. There we are. Just taking my time. There we go. And, if you've got a darker tile, I think I'm actually going to bring a bit of white pencil in as well, just to give a little bit of a highlight in some of those areas. There we are. I don't think Alan's so used to being in front of the camera, he's normally behind it, but he's a really nice guy. So. Oh, Chris, yeah, I can go and have a look at they've got a little museum of gemstones. I can go and have a look at that anytime. It's just outside the studio. We're down here in Redditch, so we're not that far away from Pauline Wheeler. So sometimes Dobby, instead of coming here, he goes to see Pauline. They go out for lunch. I know, as long as they're off the gin, they don't start ginning together. That's when the trouble starts. Remember, that's when he ended up fighting with somebody and ended up with a different colour eye. Goodness me. There you go. It's never a dull day in Sanntangle HQ, is it? Alright. See? I think I've missed a bit there, look. There you go. Brenda, yeah, I will add the that book. I don't know when. I'll do it as soon as I can, but absolutely, we'll add that. Because I know you at the moment. I know in America you can't order from Hobby Maker, but you can from Crafters TV. Although they're not down on the schedule for their next week, so I will add it to the website. Okay, just a little bit of white pencil then. That's my white chalky pencil. And just sort of at the tops here, it's going to add a little bit of white in there. You see, it just gives it that little bit of a highlight. Maybe I'm going to come and do something in those dots in the middle as well in a minute. But, I'm too eager to get into that white pencil, I think. And just sort of, even little bits in the middle, and wherever you think it'd be useful. And of course, if you want that cross that we did in the middle, if you want to get rid of that, do it before you start using the torchon and shading. I don't mind leaving it all the time. I think sometimes it's nice to see those little bits. Well, Linda, next tile swap, we actually did the tile swap 21 on Saturday. Leslie did it, so it will be on the Sanntangle group page. So if you want to get involved in that, it's only been a week, you've got time. So go and have a look at what Leslie did and have a go. Okay, so I've coloured those in. I like that, but I still think it needs a highlight. So let's just check my pen works. I'm just going to put a little touch of white in there. Not much. There we go. Backing with my pen just a little bit. I'm just going to add some lines in the middle. That's just to redefine that centerpiece there. And maybe just a little bit in those there. There we go. See those little bits there. Okay, and last thing, I'm just going to do the border. I'm just going to add some pencil just around the outer edge there. Okay, and here. Into that bit, and then just with the tortillon, just nice and easy. There we go. Now there's a new lady here today that's just about to go on air. So it looks really interesting, all the bits and pieces she's got. So. There we are. Adding this little bit. Just makes a difference, doesn't it, sometimes putting this border on. I think it'd be quite nice adding a little bit of gel pen, maybe adding a touch of colour if you want to, and whatever you sort of want to do with it, really. Oh, hello Elaine, I've missed you. Hope you're okay over there, getting a lot of sun and nice tan. There you are. Okay. So, last thing to do, a little bit of a signature. Yeah. And there is another one for our collection. So, hope you've enjoyed that one. And I'm sure that you're going to come out with some fantastic little variations of it. And so I look forward to seeing that. And okay, so I'm going to finish my cup of tea and back to it. A little bit of setting up to do and all the rest of it. But yeah, if you like the Spanish theme that I brought out with the parchment plate in the last show, you wait till you see what you can do with the stencils in the next show. So okay, have a bit of fun everybody with this one. Have a lovely weekend. And say we'll get to you with as much information as we can when we've got it for next weekend for Kent, and we'll see you soon. All right, you take care everybody, and yeah, see you later. Bye.